everyone, and thank you for joining us on After GMS. We have made it to Wednesday. Past the cold, dreary, rainy day we had, and on to much warmer. Okay, I'm being
we
dramatic.
can hope. Yeah.
I'm being dramatic.
Well,
not
all
much
the perspective here.
We're in the 50s, potentially later today. Okay, we'll get to that. I'm Tracy McCain here with Megan Malaris, Christian Morgan, Ed Matthews. It is warmer than it was yesterday.
Yay,
Yes.
you gotta
Oh,
celebrate
yes.
the little things, right? No rain. It was pouring
Check.
all day long.
really
like
was.
absolutely disgusting. We got a delivery at like 6 p.m. I'm feeding the kids supper, and I feel so sorry for the delivery driver who's out in the dark in the pouring rain. I ran outside. I said, "Thank you." And just soaking wet.
He's like, yeah, water just running off.
It felt like it didn't stop, and then at times it was heavier than others. So what was our official temperature at the airport yesterday?
42.
42.
42.
I'm surprised because it didn't feel like it even reached the 40s at all.
Well, it's funny because we hit 42 really, really early in the morning. And then spent most of the day in the 30s.
That's why.
In fact, this is what I'm going to show you right now. 42 is the high yesterday. Made it our coldest morning or coldest day in 9 months. Last time we were colder than that was back in early February. Last time we were colder than the 42 was 38 for the high. It was February 7th. So we spent a good portion of the day yesterday in the 30s. Now this morning, today we're going to warm up back into the low 50s. That's a far cry above where we were yesterday, but it is still chilly. As you look out across the Piedmont right now, fog has been the big issue this morning with visibility still below a mile in a couple spots across the Piedmont. So likely running through some patchy dense fog is not out of the question for you this morning. So keep that in mind, but we'll continue to clear things out. Mostly cloudy this morning and then partly cloudy as we head into the afternoon with high pressure taking more control of our weather for the rest of the week and into the weekend. We will have another cold front that slides by on Friday, but it's really starved for moisture. So the front will come by dry. We won't get any rain, but it will reinforce the cold weather and keep it around for several more days. So we're mostly cloudy this morning. In time, it'll be a slow go, but we'll bring more sunshine back into the picture, especially by the afternoon and into this evening. And as we go overnight, we're likely to have a mostly clear sky. So for today, mostly cloudy to start, partly sunny by the afternoon and evening. Then we'll warm it up into the low 50s. 52 this afternoon will be the high, a bit warmer and a bit breezy from time to time. Of course, tonight with those clear skies, we'll likely cool it back off into the upper 20s to around 30 for most of the Piedmont Triad. Better chance of getting down into the mid 20s in some of those outlying spots and over to the foothills and mountain communities. We'll draw your attention to this. I'm very hopeful we'll get the clouds out of here enough in time for a quick pass of the space station tonight at 6:51. It'll be pretty high in the sky in the southwest sky for about 3 minutes at 6:51. So head outside and look at that. Hopefully we'll have enough clouds out of the way for that. Rest of the week is cold but dry. Morning lows in the 20s, afternoons in the mid and upper 40s through the weekend into early next week.
Well, today is National Fast Food Day. Oh, everybody recognizes that box and those bags and their stellar service, of course. Fast Food Day is considered any meal served quickly, and it could be served through a drive-through or maybe even a walk-up type of window. Fast food includes a wide variety of burgers, chicken, tacos. Some places even sell fish, pizza, and more. This morning we want to know, what is your favorite fast food place?
That one right there. Chick-fil-A.
Right. It's kind of like, that I don't know. I don't like to call it fast food because I feel like it tastes a little like a notch above.
It's quick service.
Quick service.
What? No, I'm serious.
Is
Look,
it quick?
I used. It depends.
well.
Do you order on the app?
Was it? No.
Oh!
Wasn't there that survey just recently that we talked about on After GMS
I think
saying
that's
Chick-fil-A had
garbage.
the slowest drive-through line but the best service?
That's a
Well,
weak
they also
survey.
have a lot of people in the line.
Okay, I was taking my child to a doctor's appointment at 2:30 on a Monday afternoon. The line was wrapped around the building. 2:30 on
So
a
are all the other moms
Monday.
taking their kids.
I guess so.
Yeah. I guess it may not be fast, but it is super tasty and friendly.
Serious. I'm serious when I say quick service. I used to work, I worked there when I was in high school for a couple years, and literally in the whole mission statement, blah, 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 it's not fast food, it's quick service.
Quick service.
I stand by that.
Yeah?
Because I can see the difference. Fast food to me, and not every fast food place is fast. Let's
Right.
be honest.
Yeah.
You could be in a line anywhere. Remember when Popeyes was selling that new chicken sandwich and the line was like
Oh no, yeah, I remember
down
that.
Bessemer?
And let's be real. Let's be real. Who cares how fast it is if it's wrong?
True.
You know,
That's true.
if they're
True.
moving too fast, there's always something wrong.
So
always
true.
something missing.
That's
So
true.
true.
Do it right and go at the average speed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, is this just an Ashboro obsession? Dario?
Dario is
Everybody
fantastic.
loves Dario. in
Dario
Ashboro.
is
Now,
fa-
is
that
that
was going to be
fast
next
food
on
or
my
is that
list.
quick service?
That's fast.
That's fast,
Okay.
yeah.
I've never been, but I've heard about it too. My brother talks about it all the time.
It's a triad staple, actually born just down the road in Kernersville. So that's the original one.
Okay,
Okay.
I gotta go.
Kernersville, Winston-Salem, or sorry, hold on, let me check that. It might be King. I think the original one is in
Okay.
King.
I'm just familiar with the one on Zoo Parkway right across from Ashboro High School.
Yep.
Yeah. It's got to be
Comments, right?
cookout for me.
Cookout.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
mean,
choice.
yeah, it's the best. You can't get a better burger.
Now that's somewhere that's not
Or a
fast.
shake.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, milkshakes are great. Yeah.
And you know, when I was growing up, and I'm pretty sure you experienced this too, we didn't have the drive-through at Cookout. You had to walk up, and now
Yeah.
they have drive-throughs
Yeah.
at some of the Cookout locations. So that's, I mean, it's kind of like anti-intuitive, right? Because it still takes as long. You're just sitting in a drive-through. But
You know, when you were saying when I was growing up, and it made me think, when I was growing up, there was not one in Sanford. I don't even think they had opened the first one yet.
The Cookout
But-
was in Ed's backyard.
the grill. That's it. Just firing up the grill. But it is a great place. Yeah.
and I love you.
It's all in perspective, right?
He's like, well, when I was growing up, we were still hunting our food. That's why I grabbed my tablet. I was like, oh my gosh, what is he going to say?
Carrying it back to skinning.
No.
Cooking it outside by the fire.
Well, now I will have to say, the best burger is the one that I put on the grill.
Oh yeah, you're a
I
good
believe
chef.
it.
I mean, yeah, I love grilling out anyway. You know, put a little seasoning on there and all that. But when I don't have the time to do the grilling, I let Cookout do it for me. Yeah.
Have you guys heard of PG's in Reedsville? I
Heard
have
of
not.
it.
Have you? All right. Well, Ramona says that's her favorite spot.
Oh, gotta check that out.
Yeah, I need to too. I wonder if a PG stands for something. I'll have to Google it and look it up, get the address, because it's not that far
Yeah.
from, you know, here. We're 25 minutes up the road. LeVar said Cookout has some great milkshakes.
Oh, yes.
And then is it Cava?
Kava?
I just asked Dana where that is. I'm not
There's one
familiar
in
with
Greensboro.
that. Is there? What kind of food is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you're just like, I just know
I
it's
have
in
no
Greensboro.
idea. I think
Okay.
I've seen it. I think it's in the new village over there in Wendover, near like Academy Sports. There's an Outback over there.
Yes.
Blaze Pizza's over there.
You're right. Okay. Dana, give us some more info. That sounds good. So we probably frequent McAllister's the most just because it's right up the road from us. They have a variety of soups and salads and sandwiches, and I like the, pick two options, similarly to what Panera does. So we probably frequent that the most, but my favorite is probably the Jimmy John's Veggie, number 6.
Number 6.
Even if
fast.
you eat meat, the veggie is the sandwich to get at Jimmy's.
Yeah, you mentioned McAllister's. I think they've got a great selection of
Yeah.
sandwiches. They've got soup and so on and so forth. But it's not a place that's in Northwest Greensboro. That's the only one I know about.
Yeah.
Off of
New Garden. Yep.
Yeah. And I just don't think to go there.
Yeah.
But when I do schedule lunch with somebody, I say, have you ever heard of McAllister's? Yeah.
We used to
Let's
have
do
two.
that.
We had two on campus at App State.
Oh.
And,
nice.
And they were so incredibly popular. I remember there used to be one on the 3rd floor of the Student Union in the middle of campus.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go, I mean, it wasn't one of those things like, oh, I got a minute, let me run to McAllister's. It's like, oh, I've got an hour and a half, maybe I'll go to McAllister's. Because everybody and their brother and sister wanted to
there.
go, and the line literally would be on the top 3rd floor and all the way down, the stairs.
Well, what else did you have on campus?
That was about it.
Okay, that's probably why.
That's pretty cool that you had that on
Yeah,
campus.
we had
though.
two.
Yeah.
We had two food halls. The main dining hall was in the middle of campus, and in there was a Chick-fil-A. We had a Chick-fil-A in there. And then, of course, McAllister's. Those were the two big things. And then across campus on the other side, there was a McAllister's like Express, and it had like a very limited menu. So that was really about the only thing. But now you go back and there's a Domino's and a Papa John's and everything else.
I went to eat at North Carolina A&T a few weeks ago with my little cousin who's now a student there. And I was surprised at how many different fast food popular chains there are on campus and in one place. And she's like, okay, what do you want? And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's like, you know, the world is your oyster, you know, go for it. But I mean, that's a vast improvement from, I mean, I never attended the university, North Carolina A&T, but I was there, you know. I wasn't a student, but I was there, and you know, they didn't have any of that stuff.
The nice thing is you could use your meal money from McAllister's. So like at the end of the year, if you didn't use it, you had to use it or you lost it. So people who who ended up not using all of their money would go, but, hey, let me buy you lunch. Yeah, just swipe that thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was the best thing. All right, so Ramona, by the way, agrees. McAllister's is one of her best too. Great conversation now that we're all hungry.
I know, right? Yummy. Oh yeah, by the way, Dana said Kava has salad bowls, pitas, Mediterranean food.
Okay.
Try that.
Yeah, that's her realm of food. She loves that.
All right, let's get to some morning headlines, and then we'll have a final check of your forecast. Guilford County Schools has dozens of openings. It needs about 70 educators. It also has 45 jobs available in maintenance and operations. The district is hosting a job fair today where candidates can get hired on the spot. We have information on our website.
Well, starting today, children who are 12 years old or younger will not be able to go to visit patients at the Triad's major hospital systems. They are saying respiratory viruses, including flu and RSV, are rapidly spreading among younger kids. The move, of course, was to limit exposure to patients, but this is now in effect in all of hospitals affiliated with Atrium, Wake Forest, Baptist Health, Cone Health, and Novant Health. There is no restriction, of course, for people who need medical care. This is just for visitation.
4 Guilford County schools will be holding immunization clinics tomorrow to get students their MCV shots. The health department will be at Northeast, Northern, and Ragsdale high schools, as well as Hairston Middle School. Students will need a signed permission form to do this clinic. You can check the health department's website for more information.
We're still dealing with some fog, but the situation is gradually improving. Overall, mixed sun and clouds today, on our way to the lower 50s. That'll be actually the warmest day for a while. Not back up around 50 until probably Tuesday of next week. Yeah, we got more cold air on the way, and that'll give us chilly condition Thursday, Friday, right on through the weekend. We're looking at highs generally into the mid 40s, and we're going to go down into some of those mid and upper 20s at night. Keep in mind that our normal high is 60 and our normal low is 39. So there you are with some cold numbers.
Yeah, and what are we going to do with this behind us? This fog.
Windex over there.
It's not wind, it's not dirty.
I don't know if that's going to fix the problem.
Wipe it away.
I know, it's been, you know, pretty dense since this morning, and I was like, oh, you know, maybe this is kind of patchy. It feels like it's widespread.
It's pretty
everywhere.
widespread this morning, yeah. It'll take a little while. I'd say by about 9, 10 o'clock, though, most of it has lifted.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. We look forward to seeing you again on the Good Morning Show at 9 on WFMY News 2.
See you then.